Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Patrick Munyati from Harangua. You see, these things where people are taking videos and they do racial comments, I think now is disturbing. And I think in South Africa we must have a law which says if you do racial comments, you must be taken out of the country, because South Africa belongs to everybody who live in it, black and white. So if you don't want blacks, then you must go and live outside the country where you cannot see black people. Thank you very much.
Let me give you a weather forecast here. Blue skies, beautiful day, amazing sea, and not one thing inside. In heaven on earth. You cannot beat this. You cannot beat this.
Well, welcome back. You're watching The Full View. This is SABC News. Still in conversation with Tumi Sole, a social activist as well as lawyer. He's actually one of the individuals that has laid a complaint with the South African Human Rights Commission on that video that we've just seen, and we have him now in studio. This is not the first time that a video such as this has made headlines. It's been doing the rounds on social media. Let's talk about, understandably, the public voicing their frustration and also the power that the public seems to now have.
Yeah, I think, as I said before we went on break, we're glad that this video has now resurfaced. And it's indeed true that this is not the first time we're seeing these type of videos and stuff. But what people have done, in particular, what people refer to as Black Twitter, is to take the power, and use it wisely. It is very important to note that this has been a collaborative effort. Mm-hmm. So people have said, listen, I am really offended by this video. I'm not just going to sit and not do anything. That's why people went on what we also call Twitter CSI. They found out information. We now know who Adam is, businesses associated with Adam. And, you'd have seen throughout the day that there have been people who are distancing themselves, including businesses, from Adam and his comments.
In seeing some of the social commentary, one thing that seems to be quite concerning is that, there was a precedent-setting case in the case of Vicky Momberg. She was jailed, she was convicted.
Yes.
We've seen other individuals be fined, for some of the racial slurs that they've made. And though it still seems that someone is comfortable enough to put up a camera, say these things and post it on social media, is a jail sentence and conviction not enough?
It boggles my mind, really. And I think with this complaint, what I'm really hoping to achieve is a different type of litigation. And I've urged people to also lay these complaints with the South African Human Rights Commission. They are tasked with investigating racism claims, equality, human dignity-related type of disputes. Now, other than just me, uttering such a word is an affront on black people who have been marginalized, in relation to our history as a country. So we fall within a particular class. Now, it's time that, as I said, litigate differently, institute a class action. So if there's 50 of us, each claiming 150 worth of damages, that's a lot of money. Now, I've said what we will do when this thing goes to court and it's successful. You've seen on Twitter people come in and they say, we need money, assist us with money for university registration and stuff. We'll take that money from these racists who really are pissing us off, and we'll make sure that those monies, after a court has found them guilty, pays for registration of students and stuff.
In this case in particular, let's talk about the swift action that we've seen from companies coming to the park. Even the school where his children go to, St. John's, they've even released a statement saying that they distance himself from the racial slurs. His family have also distanced themselves. Just take us through the importance of instances such as this and companies coming to the park and sending a message.
Sure. I think there's an importance, and from business or otherwise, where we talk about reputational damage. And it's always important, I think, from a business perspective, to really take an active role, like most companies have done. And I mean, good work on all these companies who've stood up and distanced themselves, from Adam. Even the Greek society in South Africa, where he belongs, they've said, listen, this is as much as we know him, but we don't share his views and stuff. So from a company perspective, if you don't really act swiftly and distance yourself against such conduct, what it means, in my view, would be that you are condoning this type of conduct, and it and it will impact you severely as a company.
And just very, very quickly, because we are pressed for time, I saw also some commentary saying that from a social media lawyer, is saying that the remorse in this case is going to be a deciding factor. As a lawyer, what does that mean?
I saw a retweet to that where someone says, we only hope that remorse is the name of the magistrate or the judge. And I think it's very true. We can never have, in my view, people who deliberately and intentionally go out, utter these racist comments and very hurtful comments, and immediately say, I apologize. You can see that he means it, and he really doesn't harbor any apologies, and he must be convicted.
We'll have to wait and see. We thank you very much for your time this evening, Tumi Sole. As social activist as well as lawyer, continue to post your comments. You can include that hashtag FullView on Twitter. Do stay in tune with us now on SABC News. You're watching The Full View.